channel. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Ashley. Today I'm going to be sharing with you about my experiences during COVID-19, my routine, and my struggles, and everything else that lay ahead for me. So first, before we get into this, remember to hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my other cool content. I think when you do my business though, and catching up with the news is no. When you just cruise through the door saying, we're watching the news, you have to go down to school. Wait. I mean, like, does this man still go to pass? Will I still be able to get the chance to graduate? So this year might even cover this. And keep us spinning thoughts and questions, grief. I feel the absolute worst. Actually, now I could think of it, I don't think I was the only one. By a long time, school closed, and I was on my way back home, face mask and all. I was in public transport at the time, and every plane that flew past, I expected it to just fall out of the sky, like the beginning of a zombie apocalypse in a movie. Got home and quickly turned on the TV. I don't actually remember entirely everything that they said, so I was kind of zoned out into like a blank space in my head, where I could only think and feel nothing. It was so numbing, like I just had a full-blown dose of anesthetic. My class and I had to learn how to use new software in order to continue our classes. We started by learning how to use things, which was the best way for our teacher to still teach us. Our school offered Chromebooks for those who had no access to these classes at all. I applied and waited. In the meantime, I had to take my classes on my smartphone, which was glitchy and sometimes hard to hear the sounds coming from the outside. I was very lucky to have my partner as my little buddy, and would grab the only measuring tape we had to practice 2-meter distancing. We waited on lines that went out to doors and up into the streets, just to get a bag of flour that wasn't even beer. People's trolleys were full of excessive and unnecessary items. And I couldn't even grab a cheap bag of coffee. And then who does that? Who pays for the coffee? It's clear to me and the rest of New Zealand that times have changed. And in order to get through, we had to adjust and adapt. Every morning I sleep in a little longer than usual. I mean, it's not like I could go anywhere. It's like I could go anywhere anyway, even if I wanted to. I made sure online I had everything prepared for class, which started at 9 AM every day. So I'm going to put my hand up. And ask my teacher questions. It's just that I had to send a lot more emails than usual because it's not like I could just go to class and stay and be like, hey teach, I need to ask you a question, can you help me with this please? Like, we're still giving morning tea and lunch breaks. And over time, it seemed like everything was still the way it had always been. I guess I could say it's because we had adapted to our new routine. However, in a way, the new normal didn't seem much different to how things used to be before the virus broke out. On the weekend, the motel would get their face masks and interact with one another. I know that was considered good practice in some people's eyes. However, we passed each other on a somewhat daily basis anyways, in order to obtain essential items. We'd eat and drink like it was our last supper. We'd laugh and dance like the world had ended. Talk about things and stuff and things. We passed on the knowledge of our lives and lived every day like it was our last. The first place we went to was a coffee club and grabbed a flat white. It was the best flat white I had ever had. I thought to myself, gosh, how much I've missed this. Just going out and getting a simple cup of coffee. I knew my time during lockdown was valuable because now I knew that if we were ever to go into lockdown again in the future, I'd survive and I'd get through. This I knew for sure in my heart. I had to readapt once more. As a hermit crab, I'd become. Scared to venture outside, yet so free I felt as if I were a butterfly. I'm going to miss the little community that I've grown to love. Yet in my heart, I know there's a place for me in these too.